alaikum. Welcome to my show, Cooking for Lina. Greetings to all my viewers. As I promised, I'm gonna pick very simple ingredient to make healthy food. My goal is in this show is to help single father and students living abroad who wants to eat deshi food but don't know how to cook. So today I'm gonna make Punjabi Began Bhorta. Began is eggplant and it's a very simple recipe. I'm going to show you step by step. Of course, you're going to need one eggplant, whole, no cut. You need some peas. I like red onion. If you don't like, you can use white onion, chopped up jalapeno, or you can use the green chili. In Bangla we call it kasamoris, but this is jalapeno because I like the way the jalapeno have the texture. And this is some cilantro chopped up later on. And of course, I use only pink salt. As I promised before, I'm going to share some healthy tips that I learned from my wife. Many of you probably know. Throw away white salt from your kitchen. Instead, use pink salt, Himalayan pink salt. You can get it everywhere. Throw away white sugar from your kitchen. Use only brown sugar. For cooking, throw away all the oil but cold pressed olive oil. And if you like coconut, organic coconut oil, those are the two main oil you should be using for cooking. Rest, throw them away. The first stop is to roast the eggplant. I'm going to do that. Once this is roasted, it's ready to be cooked. Very simple. So let me go roast this. But I have to do it in a gas stove, so I got some burning. I don't want to do it on induction electric cooktop. So I'm going to use gas stove to do the roasting of this eggplant. As you can see, I'm roasting the eggplant. I covered it with aluminum foil, and then I kind of put a little bit of oil all over the eggplant. So it's being roasted. I'm going to give it about, let's say 5-6 minutes to get it completely tender and roasted. Okay, so the eggplant is roasted. It's really hot. I have to take it apart and let this steam out and start like putting all the other ingredients in the stove. And then I'm going to take the roasted eggplant from the inside and start cooking. So as a first phase of cooking, I'm going to turn on the stove. And there is a common mistake we make when we cook. We usually let the heat, the oil get really heat up, which is not good. You don't make the oil too hot. That's a no-no. It's unhealthy. You ruin the value of the oil. It becomes like, bad oil. So for you to cook healthy, we have a common belief that, you need to hear the sound when you put oil in the frying pan and you're frying something. You need to hear the sizzling sound. That's the wrong idea. You need to cook, put the oil and put whatever stuff you're cooking right away. Cut. So I put olive oil, which is cold pressed, and I'm a big oil guy. You don't have to follow me how much oil you want to use. That's up to you. I'm a heavy oil user. I use a lot of oil. So I'm gonna put onion first because I want to cook the onion a little bit so it won't stay raw. And then I'm gonna add the jalapeno. I want to cook them first, so because the eggplant is pretty much cooked, so I don't want to overcook the eggplant and lose the flavor. But I want to cook the onion a little bit and then the jalapeno a little bit to have that, to take away the rawness. All right, so I'm taking the eggplant out of here. I'm removing the skin, and as you can see, my onion, my onion and jalapeno is cooked just right. So I'm gonna add the eggplant roast slowly to my dish. And this is gonna be all broken up, and this is a little bit of a messy part, removing the skin from the jalapeno, the eggplant, losing work. So now the eggplant is getting fried with the onion, and I have one more ingredient besides salt to add, which is a green peas. I want to do it at the end when everything is just cooked, because these are frozen and they're gonna get really soft and soggy if I put them in the beginning, because you don't need to cook the frozen peas that much, because they are already they are already cooked. These are pre-cooked. They are very soft. It takes a second to have them done right. So I'm almost done with my eggplant. I almost took out everything. Just a little bit left. I'm using both of my hands. Please excuse me, because nobody is going to eat it. I'm not cooking for any guests. It's just for me, for the show purpose. Otherwise, I will use the gloves or use only one hand and a spoon. As I told you before, this part is a little bit messy, separating the skin of the roasted eggplant, but I'm almost done, and I got a couple of the skin there that I'm going to remove. And like I said, the very last ingredient is the peas. Very last ingredient is the peas. And after I cook, sometimes I use a little bit of cilantro just to give you that flavor, that aroma. You don't have to, you don't like it. Some people don't like, not necessarily, everybody likes the flavor or aroma of the cilantro. So ingredient wise, you saw it, very simple, and you understand the process, and pretty much you can do anything you want to get to that point. The basic idea is to roast the eggplant, have this ingredient, fry the onion and the green chili if you're going to use, or the jalapeno first to get the rawness out. Just cook them a little bit, not too much. Don't overcook them. Just cook a little bit so you're not going to taste the raw onion or raw green chili. So I think my bhorta is ready. Vegan bhorta is ready. I'm just making sure no solid piece, everything is mixed. So at this point I'm going to add a salt. I'm using pink salt, and of course I don't have to tell you, you're only going to use salt as much as you want, you know, how you want. You want a salty food, you want less salty food. So it's going to depend, you know, how much salt you want. This is pretty much ready now. It's cooked. All I have to do is I'm ready to add the peas. Now, you know, it depends on your taste, how much peas you want. You might not want to put like whole lot. Just thick, looks nice and gives you flavor. So, you know, if you don't want to put too much peas, just use your discretion and use as much as you want. Okay, I think I'm not going to use more than I put in there, maybe a little bit more, but not too much. Sometimes I use, you know, batana. I get green batana, soak them in water overnight and boil them a little bit. It gives you that crunchy flavor, and you know, it's good. I also use sometimes tomato, but that gives you color and that gives you that tomato sour flavor. You might not like it. You can use tomato sometimes to get the tomato flavor and that tomato flavor and the color. Okay, this bhorta is done. I'm just going to leave it here like this for 2 minutes, and then it's ready to be served. Healthy vegetarian dish. Well, here you go. I have your Punjabi vegan bhorta ready. I put some cilantro, dhunya pata, on top of it to give it a little bit of nice flavor and aroma. The reason I did this in my first show, because this is something I learned back in New York, I would say late 80s maybe, from a Punjabi lady. And I prepared this dish many times for my guests, and my wife used to like it very much. So as a dedication to her, this was my opening dish. Until next time, be well, eat healthy. Thank you. Bye.